Okay, so inventory control methods, we have lot control, serial control, locator, and packing unit. So these are like, restrictive sub-inventory restrictive locator will be, it is like, if you want to restrict specific item to the sub-inventory while receiving the material from the supplier, you want to keep one specific sub-inventory always, then this particular logic we are going to implement restrict to sub-inventory and restrict to locator. But basically for control methods are lot control, serial control, packing unit, and locator control. And revision number. Revision number will be like whenever if you are creating item, so we are by default we are taking some revision as 0. When you are doing any upgradation for the item, something, let us take a mobile. Every 6 months wise, they are releasing the version. So version means they are adding some features. So version or revision both are same. Revision control means as soon as once you keep some features, then they are going to upgrade the item. That is called as revision control. Even the revision control, once the item will be upgraded, that same what you call item we are going to receive in the inventory organizations with revision control. So what I mean to say is, for example, we have a item A. It's having, one second, just hold on. A So how we will explain this particular logic is, we have a item A. Okay, so this one having revision 1 and revision 2. Okay, so while receiving the goods into inventory organization, system will show these revisions for us. So whether you want to you are buying the revision 1 from the supplier or you are buying revision 2 from the supplier. So what could be the exact differences? In the revision 1, there may be some features will be there, and revision 2, the same features will be upgraded. So when you have such a scenario, so we are going to use the revision control. But mostly in what you call real-time scenarios, we are using lot control, serial control, and locator control. Okay, so under the lot control, we have a two types again. Only like master, it means parent lot creation. It means that we have only one single lot. So moment once the item is lot control, system will what you call will provide the option to the user to create the lot. So that controlling, I'll show to you how to do that. So basically lot controls are two types: parent lot creation and parent child creation. So parent lot creation and parent child creation, child combination means here we can find out COM combination. Here we can find out parent plus child combination of lot. Okay, so this is the what you call two types of lot control. And serial control, anyhow we know what in by serial means each and every item, if you want to track complete transactions, then they will apply serial number for each and every item. Let us take best example is mobiles if we are buying, or laptops if we are buying. So every laptop having the serial number. And locator control, what in by locator control is, so this locator control basically they are using for warehouse operations. So whenever if you buy the material, okay, so they are going to keep into one specific locators. So purchasing items, they are going to keep in the one locator combination. Similarly, finished goods, they are going to keep some specific locator. Locator means it is like utilizing the space, utilizing your warehouse space in effective manner. You can find out row rack bin concept. That is the locator. So it could be like this. we have a rows and we have a columns. So usually we can see in the malls, right? So how we are going to store the goods? They're going to store in the row racks, right? So why means because they want to utilize the space in effective manner, and the more, and also suppose if they're not utilizing the, if they're not no what you call following the locator control, what will happen is while picking the material or while shipping the material, the person who is working in the warehouse, he will take a lot of time to find out that material. So to overcome all kind of such what you call issues, what going to do, they're going to reserve this area, they're going to reserve some locators, they will keep racks, they will keep, and they will keep the materials in that particular location. So with the help of that, we are going to avoid time taking, how much time, I mean we are going to avoid within less time you are going to find the material. That also one thing. And second thing is easily you can go and catch them, catch out the material where it is present. And third one is easily can find out whether the material having the stock or not. Okay, so that is what most of the warehouse operations and most of the even uh, wherever the storage will be there, the material storage will be there, they're going to use the locator control. So locator control best example is malls, you can see, and even car parkings also we can find out the locator control. Like cars, they're going to keep one by one, right? It is like uh, uh, see one car on top of that, one more car also they are going to keep. Why means they want to use the space in a proper manner, such in such a way that we can reduce some of the costs. Okay, so that is the locator control, and these are widely used in the almost all inventory and warehouse operations. This will be like restrict to sub inventory and restrict to locator is when you receive the material. So how I can explain this one is, for example, you are buying the you are buying the grocery. Okay, so in the grocery material, some of the materials will be freezed materials, so moistured materials, some will be normal materials. Okay, so when you receive the freezed material, so automatically in the item specifications we have an option, when you receive the freeze, it has to go to specific specific inventory A, or specific sub inventory, sorry, sub inventory A means that's sub inventory. What you call the characteristics of sub inventory is freezed sub inventory. It means that the atmosphere will be suitable for these items. So that is what we are telling to the system is, when I receive the freezed items based on this restricted sub inventory, automatically once you receive the material, it will push to sub inventory A. When receive normal material, it will push to sub inventory B. So like that, if you want to restrict, if you want to pose any kind of restriction to specific items for the sub inventory locator, these also you can do using the item specification control methods. So these are the various controls we have, and we'll see one by one how we need to configure it and how we are going to see how it will be working in the transaction screens, how this particular functionality is working. So first, always everywhere, first we will see the configuration, and then based on the configuration, how it will be work with the system. Okay, now we'll go for lot control. First one is parent lot creation. So how we are going to do this one? So we'll go to system. See, while creating inventory, so we already created several times, we created, I'm taking the existing one. So it is easy to create the what you call inventory organization. We have seen a couple of classes as well. So while creating the structure of the Oracle Cloud, we have seen how to create the inventory organization. So I'm taking here existing one, RTM inventory R2. So edit this one, go to next. See here we have a control methods, lot, serial, packing unit. So packing unit also I said, right? This packing unit is not at full-fledged developed in the Oracle Cloud. So they have developed fully lot control and serial controls and locators. Okay. So here we have to define, we have to decide whether the lot control will be generated at where, at item level, organization level, or user defined. There are three options. One is item, organization, and user defined. So first we'll see item level, and then we will you have to try for one of the option like either user defined or organization level. So the functionality will be same, but I'll show where and all we have to, once you select the organization level, what kind of conditions we need to keep at organization level here. So these are the three ways we can generate your lot. Okay. And what about this one, uniqueness? See here, no uniqueness control, uniqueness across the items. If you want to maintain uniqueness across the items, then you can go for this one. Or no uniqueness control means specific item. For example, item wise we want to restrict the lot control, then we don't require any uniqueness control, no uniqueness control. Okay, that will be same. Either if you go for this, if you go for this, for all items it will be applicable. For if you go for no uniqueness, it will be applicable for single item. Means the same number, if I am using item A, that same lot control I can use for item B as well. That is the difference. Okay. Now my generation is at item level. So this is the configuration. So select this, and already we have this one. Just save and close. So this is the inventory organization configuration. After that, you already know when you are creating the item, what and all required, item class is required, and items security is required, item templates are required. So those already we have explained. So same kind of things that I'm
So,
direct.
Ram, when we create an item, we take item org. So in this case, we'll take inventory org.
No, item arc is there, but inventory, see, inventory control methods, right? So we're talking about inventory control methods. These inventory control methods will be used while doing the transactions. So these inventory control methods were applying on the inventory organizations. It is not required to apply on the master organizations.
So you mean that we create an item with item org, but when we'll do transactions, it will automatically pick the inventory org settings.
Correct. So based on the association. So whenever if you are creating the item, we are making association, right? In the association, we are
Yes.
adding your inventory arc. So
Okay.
using this configuration, whatever configuration we set in this inventory organization, as per this one system, I mean, it is going to work. Okay. Now in inventory organization, we configured lot control. So lot control we given as generate the lot at item level. Okay. Now I'll create one item. So before creating item, let me see. Already we created a lot of items. Where is it? Product management. Go to product information. So we have this item already. This one, or we can create new also. Let me see in which item arc it will be there. Master arc. Okay. So this item belongs to master arc is 00, inventory arc is RTE, inventory organization group.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you want to create new item, I can create. I don't have any problem. Shall I create?
I'll try in case I have some issues. I'll let you
No,
know.
no, we'll create. We'll create. See, my inventory arc is 00. And what is the class? Let me,
RT.
no, yeah, one second, let me see here. Root item class, root item class. You can use your own item class. So based on like
Okay.
whatever you configured. So now click on plus. I'm selecting master organization, root item class, root. Okay, my template is purchasing template. Click on OK. Now, so I have to give item name, item parent lot creation. Okay, description. Item status is active, and the remaining things and all primary unit everything will dump from the template. So I don't want to change anything. So go to associations, click on place. We are adding inventory arc, RTE INV inventory arc 2. So because we configured configuration for inventory arc 2. Okay, just save the form. Okay, now I want to impose those rules. How to do that? So go to now here we are in the master organization. Go to specifications. See why I am imposing the rules for master organization is because all, see I'll show the difference. Suppose if I go to my inventory arc, if I open this, click on specifications. See here every field, every attribute, I mean sorry, every field is will be disabled. Why means all these fields has been controlling using the master. So you can change if you want, if you don't want to control all these either components, structure item created, matching configuration. So you're not, you should not, you don't want to control through master organization, we can change in the configuration. But as of now, as per the configuration, this complete fields will be controlling using the master. I'll show how to change that one from master to inventory organization level as well. So now we'll go for master arc only. Now I want to impose the configuration of lot control at master. When I apply the rule at the master, what system will do is system it will be automatically apply those rules for all inventory arcs, whichever inventory arcs you added in the associations, for all of them system is automatically apply. That is the difference. So you don't want to do like that, you want to make a control methods with respect to inventory arc, we can change in the configuration. Hope you are understanding, right?
Yes, Ram.
So now I went to master arc, go to specifications. So inventory lot control will be control is inventory method. So here this lot you have to take it as full lot control. Okay, so here you can give your prefix number. So I'll give some prefix parent. So starting number something. So maturity days. Why maturity? Once suppose if I give 20, once it is matured, after that lot will be expired. So we don't, so till maturity dates we have a option, I mean business have a option to sell this item. Once the maturity dates will be crossed, this lot will be expired and system won't show this item into the transactions. Mostly most of the time this lot control will be used in the food industries and in the medical industries, because there the expiry dates, maturity dates and these will be properly they have to follow. If anything will be expired, so we should not consume those medicines, right? Similarly, we should not consume the food items. So that is what lot control will be widely used in the food industries as well as medical industries. Okay, that is the maturity days. Whole days, what do you mean by whole days is whenever if you purchase some item, okay, so we have to hold some days, after that only you can consume. Okay, so like that, for example, if I keep 3, so till 3 days you should not use that. After once you cross the 3 days, based on the system date plus 3 days, then next day you can consume this material, that is called as whole days. Okay, and shelf life days, so these definitions and all we can get it from the system. Same shelf life days, it is nothing but the sorry, maturity days is not expiry date, sorry. Maturity date is when it will mature, means certain time it will, some items will be take to mature, and then you can consume it or you can utilize it for further operations. Shelf life days is, this is the expiry dates. Suppose if I give 200, if you take any kind of medicine, it's having some expiry date. So how they are calculating the expiry date is based on the shelf life days. Okay, so each and every one, everything you can get it from, I'll show. So from where we are going to get each field, what is the significance and what is the use, what is the definition, so that help document I'll show to you. Okay, so as of now currently what we required is these things: starting prefix, control method, and number. And here we have a, what is, once you have a lot expired, what kind of things we are going to take. No shelf life control, item shelf life days. So if we select item shelf life days, we can give some 100 days till 100 days. After once you cross the 100 days, what you are going to take, what kind of action?
Ram,
uh,
I'm having cough. I need some water. I'll take 5
yeah,
minutes
yeah.
break.
So go ahead, go ahead.
Yes, Ram, I'm back.
Yeah, so this expiry action, once the lot will be expired, so what is action? You can reject it. I means that once you cross the 100 days, system won't allow to do any kind of what you call transactions with this item. Okay, so like that you can make it out whichever field you want, whichever field you don't want. So majorly our key concentration is, this is the one, control method is full lot control, and you can pass the prefix and starting number, all those things. Now I'm trying to check the parent lot, how system will define, how system will behave. So now I impose this rule in the master arc, and I want to verify whether it has been applied to the inventory arcs. So go to associations and click on inventory arc, go to specifications, go to inventory. See here you can see control. So these will be came from master arc. Okay. Now after creating of item, click on cancel. So this is my item. Copy that item here, save and close. I want to verify whether how it is behaving. So how to verify it? We have to make one sample transaction, one simple transaction in the inventory. So go to supply chain, inventory management. So I'm in the inventory organization RT, this one. So how it has came based on the data access. So once the data access is not given, so system won't show the data access for this specific user, what is the organization name. Okay, so already I have, that is what it is showing here. And go to create miscellaneous transaction and type miscellaneous receipt. So use current cost, no. Click on plus. So select your item here. See here we have a revisions. Whenever if you have a revision control, what will happen, that item having two revisions, so system will allow here either you want to select 0 or 1 or 2, that may be. Okay, yeah, parent, is sub inventory disable here. 1 second, something wrong here. Click on plus. So we did where, go to associations, RT inventory R2. Okay, miscellaneous receipt inventory R2. So provide your item here. Click on select. Okay. So revision we need to select. Okay. Sub inventory, whichever sub inventory defined under the inventory org, system will show all sub inventories here. And then see here, because of lot configuration, system will enable here this generate lot. When you click on generate lot, what system will do? System automatically create the lot. From where these values are coming, this prefix and all, based on the setup. If we go here, based on the prefix and starting revision number, go to specifications. We are in the same, no, we are in different items, sorry. This is not our item. This is also not our item. Our item is this one, right? Okay. Go here and verify what is the prefix of this control, lot control. Go to specifications, inventory, parent, and starting number is 19,000. So go here, you can verify parent, prefix, and 19,000 is the one. So here you can split. For example, now it is a single lot. Okay, we don't have any kind of split here. So I'll keep here 200. So next line I'll keep some more quantity as 300, like that you can define it. So select the account here, some account. any account, not a problem. And click on place, must enter the cost. Okay, edit the details here, select the enter cost details. So cost of the item. So we have two options always: item price, something, and non-recoverable tax. Okay, click on OK. And I want to add one more line. So I want to give same item, revision is 0, sub inventory is same because we don't have any other sub inventory defined. Now I need to keep 300 here. When I click on generate lot, what will happen? It has to come here 19,001. See, 19,001. So like that, you can what to call generate your parent lots. Submit. So this is the way you must provide a value of quantity attribute. Just enter a lot number or serial number that equals a transaction quantity. What do you mean by this? Acha, here quantity I have not selected, sorry. And edit details, enter the cost. Click on OK. Click on submit. Okay, so this way you can create your parent lot. Now we will see how to create parent and child lot combination. So usually this parent and child lot combination they can use in the food industry or medical industry, but if those are the examples. So how they will use is, for example, they will have a juice. Okay, so in those juice, in this juice they have something lemon. Okay, what do you call any juice like mango and apple. Okay, so for this juice they want to maintain parent lot, means one lot, always only one lot they want to maintain. So that is the parent lot. So it will be like prefix, it will be something parent, so 1000. So each juice base, each specific juice wise they want to maintain the child lot. So here this will be like child lemon something 200, and if it is mango, so child mango something 3000 series. If it is apple, child apple 4000 series. So what do if why they have to maintain like this is because the juice is the one kind of component in the grocery. Okay, so they don't want to change the parent lot, and parent lot will be each component wise they want to fix one parent lot, but the the child lots will be different. Like lemon they will use this one, mango they will use this one, and whenever for example in the lemon, based on the quantity automatically the child lot will increment. That we'll see how to do that. So this is the way they're going to make the scenario, and then this scenario they're going to use in the live environments. So usually each component wise the parent will be fixed. In my company they are using like this, but some companies if they want to fix the parent lot they can fix. If they even they want to increment the parent lot they can do that. But here specific to one component we are fixing the parent lot, and based on the flavors we are incrementing the child lot. I mean we are incrementing the what you call child lot number. Okay, so now we'll see how to generate this child parent and child lot combination of the lot control method. So go to manage items. Now you create one more item, click on place. So our organization is same. Item class is root item. So template is same. Now parent lot, parent and child lot item. So active here, go to specifications, go to inventory. Now enable, because inventory arg wise we selected at item level generation, right? So select full lot, same thing here. So prefix will be always parent, any number, anything you can give here, not a problem. So I'm giving 4000. And when we want combination of parent and child, we have to enable the child lot. Child lot has to be enabled, format validation, and here also you can pass the prefix suffix. Okay, suffix I can pass something like child. So same lemon or any number. So starting number I want to keep 6000, 60,000. So child lot generation, this is important. It is always we should have a parent and child. When you're not selecting this one, system won't generate the parent and child combination of lot. Okay, and these will be lot translate enable, lot split. For example, under one lot we have it 100 quantity. While selling, I want to split it. I want to split the quantity. If this is yes, then you can split. If it is no, system won't allow to split. Divisible, lot substitution, any kind of substitution items we have. These also, where if it is yes, it will allow, or else it won't allow. Lot merging. So these and all like based on the requirement. Okay, and here this will be already we have explained. So same kind of thing will be applicable for both parent and child. Now I applied the rules at the master. Now I want to associate to inventory org. Click on place. Organization is TEINV. Okay. Copy that item, save and close. Just note it down that item. So go to transactions miscellaneous and verify how it will behave. Same, create miscellaneous transactions. Select the type miscellaneous receipt. Select no. Click on plus. Select the item. Okay. Sub inventory. Now enter the quantity. Okay. So after entering quantity, since it is a parent and child lot combination, click on record lots and serial numbers. Click on this. Click on plus. Okay. First you generate the parent lot. So yeah, here just open the drop down. Click on generate parent lot. So system created parent lot based on the parent lot prefix and starting number. Now after that, you come to the lot, click on single lot, generate the single lot. So what system will do? It will create based on the parent lot number prefix plus starting number, and then child lot number prefix plus starting number. See, I'll show to you this one. See, this is the one. This is how system will generate the parent and child lot number creation. Now see, I don't want to, i I don't want to give 1000 quantity or complete 1000 quantity for this lot. So I want to split here. Means for 250, this is the combination. For remaining quantity, I want to create increment. I mean, child lot has to be increment. So click on place. Parent lot I don't want to disturb. So how to do that? Copy the parent lot. Put the parent. Sorry. Copy the parent lot. What happened? Copy, paste, and only child lot has to be increment. So click on single lot. So what system have done here? See, if you see, observe here, the incremented by 1. Earlier it is 60,000, now 60,001. So similarly, I want to make this one also 250. So total quantity is minus 1000. I want to make like multiple lots for my 1000 quantity. Okay, 250, this is the combination. Again, click on plus. So here parent lot will be same. I don't want to change, and increment the child lot. So here also I can give some 250 and click on plus. So take a parent lot, provide this, click on single lot. So now my total quantity is 1000. So for the all 1000, I created the both parent and child combination lot creation. So entered, and this 250, yeah, 1000. Click on OK now. Okay, click on submit. So you must enter, yeah, that is correct. Edit, enter the cost, item price, something. So select the account number. So this way you can create your parent and child lot combination. Okay. So this is a lot control. We are generating the lot control at the item level. And we have some more other scenarios as well. What are the other scenarios? 3 scenarios we have: organization, item, and user defined. Now let us see organization or user defined. One particular thing you try from your end, either organization or user defined.
Ram,
So
can we stop here today? It is little heavy for me. I want to try first.
I thought like serial number also I'm planning to finish it out.
But I need to grasp this also. This is new concept, right?
No, it is there, right? Even your what you call.
Yes, it is there, but it is not in this manner in people's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, the navigation will be changed, but concepts will be same, right?
it is like it is in very simple way. So
Achha.
we call it put away. It is a process. We run the process, and the means the receipt, the location which you have put in the receipt, the item goes to that location.
No, no. Still, we are not talking about receipt here because we have not started the purchasing, right? So just
No,
receive.
I'm yeah, but
Understanding.
lot creation also.
Achha.
It
We'll
is
use it.
very simple. So this concept is something new, and my classes are also pending. 2 classes are still there.
Fine, not a problem. So at least minimum please bear at least 1.5 hour please, Parisa, or else it will be too tough to cover the syllabus. I think you understand, right? Uh, so
Sunday
today,
we can have
yeah,
1.5.
yeah, today it is fine. So please bear
Yeah.
at least 1.5 hour to 2 hours. That is the actual time, because we are not taking daily, right? We are taking only weekly. So if we are, if, yeah, if the frequency is like this, I don't know when we will finish the syllabus.
Okay, Sundays I'll take 2 hours, but for now I want.
Fine, fine. Okay, we'll stop now. Uh, yeah, you better to try organization and user define. So first you try this logic and then try for organization. I'll show how to do that. Just 5 minutes.
Yes.
You go to inventory arc. Where is it? Setup and maintenance.
How much syllabus is still left?
See, purchasing still not yet started. So for even inventory, we require at least 2, 4, 8 hours we required still.
For inventory,
Yeah.
and then purchasing.
Purchasing almost like, some 30 hours, at least 20, 25 hours required.
Okay.
Because we are going very slow, I'm telling.
Okay.
So go to manage inventory organizations. So I'm not skipping actually. See, if I skip, I can skip it out. But the thing is, if I skip the things, it will be no use for you. That is what I'm keep on concentrating each and every topic. At least some information I'm trying to give, so that if you are practicing, or once your practice has been done, once you join into the organization with in the Oracle Cloud, this base will, it has to be useful. That is what my intention.
Yes, actually, I have also joined this course with the same intention that
Mm.
I am able to
But
work in
only
an
only
organization.
problem is like the timings. That is what one kind of concern. Fine, okay, not a problem. See here, once you come to the lot control, lot and serial, so here you can change it to organization level. So once you change it to organization level, system will ask what is the prefix here. Just provide the prefix and generation. So when you want to combination of parent and child, you select parent and child. 1 second. So first you have to provide here some value. Parent and child. Okay. And just you can give even same kind of prefix here. So after once you given configuration such a way that just save and close. Here we are applying lot control at the organization level. It means that this organization, wherever which for whichever item you are adding, for all items, system will work as per the as per the generation at organization level. So that is organization level creation. So far I have seen item level, now organization level. So third one is user defined. So we don't need to make any kind of prefix and all within the system. So whichever prefix you want to give, you can give while during the runtime. So whenever once it is user defined, when you make any transaction for specific item, so since the generation is user defined, system will automatically enable the record lot and serial numbers and generate lot. Using that one, when you click on that, system will ask enter the lot combination or creation. So that we can enter manually. That is called as user defined. So these are the three options which are present in the system. So you try for organization level and let me know tomorrow if you are facing any kind of issue.
Oh,
Okay. So try for
okay.
all three things. organization and user defined as well as item level. Okay. And let me know if you
Okay.
face any issues.
Okay, I'll let you know by Sunday. Because I have to. I'm
Yes, yes,
target
Sunday. Yeah,
my
Sunday.
pending classes also.
Hmm.
We'll meet on Sunday at 11 o'clock.
Okay, sure. So I'll load this
Okay.
particular recorded session. Okay. After once it is downloaded,
Yes.
I'll load it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Purija. Wait, bye bye.
Okay, and you have given me server access.
Yeah, server. I'll check it out. I'll check and I'll put a message to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.